and the gospel of Christ in truth and in spirit. But the truth remains, there are also some who are speaking the truth. That is what people should understand. That is what people should advocate for. Yes, when we advocate for there is truth, there is truth, there is fact, there is rewards and the realities, and it is evident. Gospel is evident. It is a reality to people. When we advocate for that, you realize that the move will be there, that people will start understanding, oh, there's reality in this. But when we drive the narrative that church is rotten, church is blah blah, because of the things we see, let us punish the people who completely have these problems or have these issues, or are not who are misdirecting and misinforming people. Let us deal with them individually, because you don't know what that individual or that sheep you're calling, what he or she does when he goes back on his yard. Maybe he tells God, have mercy on me, and God is very merciful. But there's someone who's driving a narrative that is wrong, and he understands it's wrong. So those are the people we should be dealing with. Nice. Having that said, I want to expound on belief. It is good to say that I believe in God, I believe in something. I understand that when I operate with God in this manner, I believe that something is going to come over. Maybe good goodies, rewards, maybe such things. Or is going to protect me, is going to open opportunities. It's okay. But I want to introduce a very interesting thing. Believe, it's okay. You have to believe in something so that you may maybe trust it, or I don't know. But the truth remains, I believe it's something that you cannot see, but you know, not even knowing, you kind of have faith in it. That is the word. You can have faith in it. So it is not wrong to believe, but it is very much wrong to dwell on belief alone, because belief will just misdirect you. One day you'll wake up and say, I believe in God. God, I'm going to get a job, and you fail to get it. What will you do? Will you blame God? Will you say God is a liar? No, it's not a liar. There are some other factors that work together to ensure that belief works perfectly. What are these factors? One, and the biggest of all, is the truth. Oh, let me just now bring it closer to you. The word says that a time is coming that people will worship me in truth, and in spirit. What does that tell you? That tells you that it is not about I believe in God alone. If you believe in God alone and you don't have anything to substantiate what God has done in your life, or who God is, like how does he operate, you know nothing about how God does things. If you can't substantiate that tells me that you are on the wrong way. And that's why, by the way, we have a lot of Christians who are calling themselves Christians, but indeed they are not Christians. They are just shadows in Christianity, whereby they just know that I love God, I believe in God, I do blah blah, whatever. I don't need to go to church. Church is rotten. You see, but individually, internally, you don't know anything to do with Christianity or to do with the Bible itself and its truths. When I'm saying its truths, I mean the end-to-end truths, because you can't judge that you don't know. So I need you to just think about it. You've been believing for a long time, but you have been in a situation whereby you're confused on what to follow, and why do I have to follow it? Indeed, it is. I don't see any fruit at all. So I need you to pitch yourself higher. a little bit higher, and think about what if I stop believing and now start seeking the truths? Let me give you an example. It is a very fraught and it's a very misunderstood topic on this end. How? And what is this? Giving and giving. I don't know why I have to speak about this, but it is very much crucial for you to understand it. Giving is not necessarily, to start with, it was not just imposed to us through the Bible. You get me? It was not just brought to us through the Bible. If it is giving has been there from since. It has been there since our grandfathers, our fathers, and even our relatives and our friends and Nini. Earlier, I used to go to my auntie and he used to give me, you can say it the way you want to say it, but there's a time I used to go to my auntie and I come with a hen. He just tells me, wow, son, nephew, this is yours. Just go with it. Go and eat with your share with your parents, and it came to ring later. It is not that people don't want to give. It is only that they don't understand why should they give. And that's why I'm here, because I told you it is bigger than believing. Believing is just the lowest of all. So the reason you give, it is, I'm trying to segregate it from the Bible itself and bring a worldly aspect. The reason you give, it is, for example, I give you an example of maybe I wake up and just go to a company and maybe talk to the CEO, and maybe the CEO gives me time to talk to him, and he gives me an appointment. So this appointment, we go just to maybe a restaurant and sit down with the CEO, maybe call a CEO of maybe Equity Bank, and maybe I'm a trained accountant, And now, it's not a bribe. I want you to take in this perspective. I just now share with the CEO what I have to offer, and then instead of the CEO paying the bills, maybe a drink or what that we had to share together when we were talking, I just pay the bills. Just think it in that manner. It is like, yes, I don't have much to offer. Yes. But I know the implication of just touching the heart of the CEO that, let's sit down and pay the bills, And humanly possible, and the nature of humanity, ideally, if that CEO is courteous enough, you'll just, reciprocate back. Negatively or positively, not necessarily a job, but we can now create a friendship, a network friendship, whereby in case of any opportunity, you can say, I spoke to my friend. It is not supposed to be, don't put it in a way that it is supposed to be a direct trickle-down effect. No, it's not. It can be indirect. Bless people without even thinking about it, without even just expecting anything. That's why I'm saying, believe. When just people believe in the Bible and they don't understand the truth and the principles and the intricacies of the secrets inside the Bible or the truths inside the Bible, you end up realizing that you are totally lost or confused in the midst of maybe many verses and many things that have been spoken. So apart from the the belief. You need to pitch it higher to the truth. What does the Bible say about this? What is the truth about me and God? What does God say about this? He says, I'm his son. I know that I am his son. But when you believe, no, it will be limited. It will be limited. You'll just sometimes wonder whether am I even a child of God? Because you can't relate. But if it is the truth, if it is the fact and it sinks in you that I am a child of God, you wake up and tell your father, I know God, you can do it for me. I not wake up just for nothing. I woke up to impact the world. And that is how a mindset of a believer should be. A believer, a true believer. Because you will combine the truth and the belief. You know? Yeah. And that's how results are achieved. And that's how you come out of the brainwashing stuff. Guys, think about it. Last, I said I will come to blames. You know, it is good to blame. And again, as I have said about the truth, it is also good to verify everything. Just understand that what has been done, why has it been done, and do you have a record maybe of consistent lies? Now we can just not even judge. We can outrightly say, you are a liar. You know, just have the truth in position or in place and don't judge without the truth. My guys, thank you for listening me. I know you have something to take home. And again, and again, always be tuned for more. In the name of Jesus Christ. Be blessed.